All right.
Okay.
So speaking of games, let's get into Jake's Power Hour.
Speaking of Skull and Bones, we'll talk about it right now. So I played Skull and Bones, and it is exactly what I didn't like about Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
That's crazy.
Is it? Because there's a way better pirate game out there by the name of Sea of Thieves, where you actually have full control of your boat, and you can do whatever the fuck you want, and you can go and hunt and loot and all that shit. But because it doesn't look like realistic, people are like, eh.
I mean, that's
like,
part of the like
The art
what
isn't
people
good.
want.
The
I
art.
disagree. The art's
Sea of
great.
Thieves looks like shit.
It does not. It does not. It looks great. Like
Sure, it's vibrant. I'll give you that.
Skull and Bones. It's not even that Skull and Bones is a bad game. If you liked Black Flag, you're gonna like it. The combat is fine, but you can't even swim in the fucking game. Like, how are you gonna be a pirate but you can't swim?
I enjoyed
One
the
Piece.
ship combat.
They still try to be swimming.
Just because you're a pirate doesn't mean you have to know how to swim.
Come on,
Brother, yeah. There you go. Hey, man. Jordy
You're right.
said it. One
You're
Piece.
Just because you're a pirate
Those
doesn't mean
devil
you have
fruit
to know how to
users-
swim. I don't know. I just
Brother.
for how
Yeah.
long it came out and for the fact that it's a $70 game, I expected a lot more.
No, hey, you only played the beta.
Right, and the beta is very indicative of the full game, I'm sure. Because you get to level 6, and then they're just like, okay, you're done, and then you can turn back on and just keep going from level 6. I don't know. It's for me for a $70 game. Nah,
Could have built your fleet up like a fucking Spanish Armada and then had a good time.
it did not tickle my fancy.
No. You just stuck with the fucking rowboat and didn't try.
It's not true. That's not true. I got the first big boat where you get cannons and shit like that.
Did you get the cutter? Or
Brother.
whatever that was? The Hulk?
I don't know. Was that
I was out in the fucking water fucking fighting alligators and sharks and shit. I was having a gay old time.
Well, good. I'm happy that people like it, and I see why people like it. I understand, but for me, it's not the game, and that's okay. It's like you wouldn't like Enshrouded.
I get it, because like I feel like the game's very tunnel visiony, where it's only you're sailing and basically blowing up ships. Basically, you're doing everything on a boat except for getting missions or supplies.
Right.
But yeah.
I can see, like I said, I can understand why people like it, and I hope that it does great, and I hope that the fan base it goes on forever. I'm not going to spend $70 on it. While I grab it when it goes on sale for $20, $30, maybe.
Get it on Ubisoft Plus Premium.
Right. I got too many subscriptions. I can't afford it.
I thought it was fun. I like the crafting aspect. I mean,
The crafting aspect, that was probably one of my more favorite parts of the game.
When you start the game and you're in that little fucking rowboat and those sharks are just like, I'm about to eat this man.
Fucking with you?
Just jumping in the boat. Jumping in the boat.
I hit a shark with a cannonball.
Oh yeah. You get a stick. You can fight the animals with sticks. So I was just going around. Shark attacked me. I was fighting that bitch. Fought some alligators. It was pretty funny.
So I mean,
honestly,
when you're on the ship and you're fighting and throwing your weapons and your cannonballs and everything, movement on that's great and everything like that. But once you're like on land running, you're kind of like, it's awful.
I'm glad you said something because I think I said this in the chat. I hated moving when you're off the boat. It was terrible. It was disgusting.
It was not good.
It's like Patrick Mahomes, right?
It was like X-Men 97.
A little less mobile even.
I didn't like. I don't know. I don't think the game is for me. Like movement on the water is fine, all that, whatever. The way the people's mouths moved fucking annoyed the shit out of me. Like anytime that I noticed it, and as soon as I noticed it, I couldn't look at anything else, and I hated it. So
I mean, listen, they have some patches to
the game's been being made for
give it to.
15 fucking years.
Well,
Like,
Hey, man,
we
you
don't know
should
when
have
this,
more.
but we don't know when this beta version was, made.
I guess, but like, if you've been working on it for that long and that's all you have, I don't know, man.
Listen, Assassin's Creed Unity looked better than this game.
Like, just the way the characters moved in general just angered me. It did not. I don't know.
I like that you can be a fat guy.
Yeah, like the character customization was fine. It was cool. They gave you some options that not all games do, and that's cool. I'm sure people are going to love it. It is not a game for me though. I can tell you that right now. I will not be buying it. If it comes to in Game Pass, I probably still won't play it.
You beat that British ship at the beginning of the game?
Mm-hmm. I mean, enough to where I got the cutscene.
The cutscene where you get your ship broken?
Yeah.
I mean, you beat it and fucking just sail away.
Oh.
I know. There's like ghost ships on there, so I'm interested to see what
That's
that's
cool.
all about. I'm sure there's probably like a megalodon in there or like some.
Oh yeah, there's like a big
Cthulhu,
some real big sea creature that you can fight in the end game.
the Kraken.
Who knows if it's
Really
gonna be
stuff
like
like-
Sea of Thieves, but you know.
I just think Sea of Thieves is like if you're comparing the two, Sea of Thieves just has so much more freedom to everything that you can do. I wish
Well, yeah, it looks like shit, so they have more time to do it.
it does
whatever
not
you
look like
want.
shit. It doesn't look realistic, but it doesn't look like shit.
By Devin standards, they're the same thing.
Well, when you don't put a lot of time into the art, then yeah.
I love Sea of Thieves. It was super fun, but like trying to get everybody on to do quests and all that stuff, it just
Yeah.
I wish what would have made it more fun for me is if they had hand-to-hand combat. Like when you go to take over a ship, like you could go over and fucking swing your sword and fucking kill people.
Right, if you could like throw a rope to the other fucking mast and just swing over and just start fucking punching people.
play Black
That'd be great.
Flag.
Love Black Flag.
Need to replay it, I guess.
It's my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Come on. No, it's not.
Oh, it is. I haven't played many of them.
Sounds about right. So overall
indubitably.
score for Skull and Bones?
For me, 1 out of 5.
God damn.
2.5 out of 5.
God. George, did you play it?
I never played it.
Okay.
So 0 out of 5.
0 out of 5.
Devin, what would you rate it?
2.5. I mean, it's just a beta.
The fact that Jordy didn't even bother enough to at least try it out should be indicative of the fact that it's probably not a
He's
great
a busy human
To
being.
be fair,
Jordy has
been-
Tekken. He's black. Like, what do you mean? He's busy.
To be fair, Jody's been on a writing spree.
game. Yes.
He's been on a
Yes.
spree, that's for sure. I give it a 6.7 out of 10, so it's a beta. I understand it, so
All right, well, I'll give it a 5 out of 10, I guess.
so when
So you give it a 3 out of 5?
so when I play the full released version, I'll give it updates. So
I think I could enjoy watching people play that game.
Maybe. I don't know. The mouths are still going to move wrong and it's still going to piss me off.
maybe it
Well, the
doesn't.
mouse-
What if they don't?
They might not.
I didn't see the mouths moving all weird. It might have just been on your computer, dude. Because I played on
Nah.
PlayStation and it did not move weird for me.
No, because I even watched some people playing on like YouTube and shit, and it was the same thing.
All right.
They just didn't line up. It wasn't so much that they moved weird. They did not line up with what they were saying at all.
Fair enough. All right now.
All right now.
I know Jordy's been playing a game.
Jordy,
I've been.
what you been playing?
He's been busy.
I'm preparing for my
Oh,
next
shit.
big Dungeons and Dragons project.
Oh, spoilers.
Spoiler.
I played a new game. We all need to hop on together.
Is it X-Men 97?
No. It's Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I played and beat Suicide Squad.
Okay.
This game is so fun. I know we've been on here talking shit about the game because it looked fucking dumb.
I think that was just you, because you usually do
It was
that.
just you.
No, because I know for sure Changa was on here agreeing with me that it looked fucking dumb.
It did look dumb, but I
It
wasn't
looked-
talking the shit.
it
I
looked
was just
stupid.
agreeing with the shit that was talking.
That's all. That's all it was. Like I didn't.
Just agreeing with the
I-
shit that's talking.
I mean, didn't know one way or the other. We saw what everybody else said. We retweeted and repeated, and we saw the clips, and the clips looked bad. I fucking started playing the game. Think it's great. Very fun. Love it. It's a looter shooter. You have fun. You have a whole bunch of different weapon types. And you have 4 different characters to choose from, all with different abilities that you can level up. And once you level max level, so level 30 with a character, you get the option to start leveling up the whole squad. Which it levels them up in very small increments. Like you can do 0.1% extra damage. Just keep putting into that until you do some considerable damage. Amongst a bunch of other different things you can choose from, but that's just like the one I can think of. And there's another one for defense, which is the exact same thing. But I really enjoy the story. I know people were hating on that Batman shit. Me and Kevin Conroy's last fucking hurrah is a spoiler 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, suck my balls. Batman gets shot in the face. Don't act like you fucking like the game is called Kill the Justice League. You fight every Justice League member. So, and I'm not even going to spoil it. Batman doesn't get shot in the face in this fight. So, I will say though, so when I did the first boss fight, which was the Flash, I had no fucking idea how I was supposed to fight him. So, it took me a minute to figure that out. Once I did though, we got it done. All good. Then you have to fight Green Lantern. This fight was a little bit more difficult because he is using constructs to fight you, and he is using many of them, all of which shoot at you. He has helicopters, many of which fly around the whole map, shooting at you. He also has, those underwater mines. Like and the only thing I can think of them is in like video games or like old war mines underwater subs would run into all over the map.
Oh, like the depth charges?
Yeah. And so like in certain missions, it'll tell you which character's like psyched up, which means they're like ready to fucking fight. And you get more XP and higher defense on those characters if you use them. So obviously I was Boomerang for the Flash fight. I was Deadshot for the Green Lantern fight, and it'll I was King Shark was like my main because I liked his abilities more. They fit my playstyle. Whatever. So we beat Green Lantern, and one of my favorite cutscenes in the whole game. I'm not going to spoil, but I'm sure you've seen pictures and video of. King Shark goes off for a second. It's great. There is a like horror game part, like straight up like Resident Evil running from Batman.
Like towards the beginning of the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the museum.
Fucking yes.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite
so
parts
cool.
of the game. Like running from Batman and it's like scaring the shit out of you. It's so good. That being said, when you move on to the Batman boss fight, it was by far, and I mean by far, the easiest fight period in the game.
Was it?
Yeah, I did not expect it at all. It's not. I don't want to spoil what kind of fight it is, but unless you guys are never going to play, are you ever going to play?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe.
Well, hey, it's fun. We'll hop on and we'll shoot it up.
I'm down.
Yeah, so you fight Batman, whatever, all that stuff happens.
Is Batman not the last boss?
No.
It's gotta be
Really?
Superman.
Fuck.
Superman's the last Justice League fight. So you fight Flash, you fight Green Lantern, you fight Batman, then you fight Superman. And you gotta do some shit to fight Superman. Because Superman's like, kryptonite is no longer shit to me. Bitch. What the fuck you about to do with that? And then, yeah, so you finally do get the means to be able to fight Superman. And this fight was not easy. It took me, didn't die at all when I did it, but it took me a while to get it done. Because brother is moving all over the map. And he's zooming too. Like the Flash runs around and shit. No, Superman's like, what the fuck? I'm running. I'm like, what do you mean? Stop shooting at me, bitch. It's not gonna happen. He's fast as fuck, boy. It's like a cat in the middle of the night. Like, you can't catch him. So that fight was hard, but you do him in, and then the big boss, you fight Brainiac. They're talking about Brainiac the whole game.
Right.
I was disappointed in this Brainiac fight. But it leads me to believe that, and the incursions, the in-game content you do, that come with the seasons, you're going to fight Brainiac with, the other powers. So, when you fight Brainiac, he is the Flash. Same exact fight as the Flash. Which is so it's the same exact fight as the Flash with millions of minions who heal him when he's ready to start fighting again. He will suck the life from him, and then he'll run around doing Flash shit. So that fight took a while too, but that's just because it was annoying. But when you know how to do it, it's not too bad. And then once you do all that, all the story aside, great story, love it. Classic, very good. Amanda Waller's a piece of shit.
Always.
Hate her ass.
Love her ass, hate her.
I do think you guys play the game. At the very least, you will be like, this story is highly enjoyable. I cannot believe this is happening. And King Shark's banter is, it's great. Captain Boomerang's pretty funny too. I know you've probably all seen the video of everyone being like, damn, Captain Boomerang, you have a giant dick. Which is
that's funny.
So after the Flash fight, and this is not spoiling it, clips everywhere. After you beat the Flash, they insinuate that Captain Boomerang is pissing on the Flash's dead body. So Deadshot comes up and he's like, bro, you gotta fucking stop. And as he's saying it, he looks down and he's like, God damn. He said, I'm like, all right. He said, congratulations. Harley Quinn looks down and he's like, and she just fucking salutes him. And then King Shark looks down and he's like, it makes sense that your dick is gigantic because the gods cursed you in every single other way possible. So yeah, that part, I know I got some hate, but it was pretty funny, especially hearing King Shark's part. Love it. Love that character. Fun game. Very fun game. Wildly fun even. Not even getting into all the weapon sets. There are a whole bunch of weapons you can get. You can equip different infamy sets to get perks based on that. You got to play the game to really get into that. I don't want to go into detail on that. That's boring. Game's fun. 7 snowflakes out of 10.
Wow.
That's how I feel. Game looks great too. I think Metropolis, it
Did it
looks
grow on you?
great.
Because at first you
I
didn't
never
like
thought-
it because it wasn't like Gotham, as good looking as Gotham.
Well, that was from the very beginning. It didn't. Nothing's going to look as good as Gotham. That shit looked. I don't know what they did to make that look so good, but it looked fucking good.
Yeah.
But Metropolis did grow on me. It's a little more cartoony in the sense that it's it's like 50s themed almost with like 1920s
Super colorful and
yeah, with like 1920s art deco everywhere, especially like when you are inside the buildings like the Daily Planet and Bugle. Like it has old ass TVs in there and stuff, and I was like it had old stuff in the building to the point where I was like thinking to myself, where does this game, like what time frame is this game? Because like in the Daily Bugle or Daily Planet, whatever it is, they're like computers from the late 90s, so big ass white computers, like binary code. And then like there's a TV from the dawn of television, like 1950s. Fun game, looks good. I really do like the way Metropolis looks. I still have not seen all of Metropolis. I haven't finished all like the Riddler clues. Yeah, so there are Riddler clues too. You go around, just find shit, scan. Yeah, fun game. Recommend. Go play.
have fun.
It is. It is. You will at the very least have some fun.
Just like I did in the Avengers. So
Awesome.
I basically beat Ghost of Tsushima. Wow. Yeah. What a game, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, the ending got me.
Brother,
I knew it was coming, and it got me.
did you? Which one did you give him? What was ending?
I
that
gave
you
him.
took?
I gave him what he wanted. Of
You
course.
killed him.
Yeah. Wow. Just
I think I was the only person. I was the only person I know that did not do that.
Brother, that fucking scream after he did it. Fuck, it's so good.
and then I played the DLC. Was it Icky Island?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was a trip, literally. And then I started the new game plus just to get the last couple trophies. Beautiful game, 10 out of 10, honestly, from me. But the thing that I really disliked, the English voiceovers.
I didn't even play it in English, so
So I
I don't
played
think I did.
everything in Japanese and then English subtitles, but for the new game plus I was like, you know what, let's turn on the English and see how everybody sounds. Awful. Terrible.
Sakai's voice actor wasn't too bad.
Like they all just like don't have any like enthusiasm.
No emotion.
Yeah, emotion. The Khan was the only one that I really enjoyed his voice, but yeah, it was awful. I don't know why I haven't turned it back off, but it's the only thing I dislike about the game.
hey, if you ever want to get into some multiplayer, I'll hop back into that.
I need to get on and finish it, but that's going to be a time away from now.
You ain't gonna do it.
I will.
You being The Witcher yet?
Come on.
No.
I need to do that too.
You do.
Yeah. So 10 out of 10.
The ending of The Witcher 3. If you think there's a very specific ending in The Witcher 3 that is like devastatingly sad.
Well, there's like 42 endings, isn't there?
I think there's like
three.
Yeah, 3 different
Three.
endings.
Yeah, because I mean, you get like, who are you in love with? We'll see.
There's 3 different endings, like 3 different main endings, but you can like. So there's an ending for Ciri and then an ending for Geralt. Like what happens with that Ciri and what happens with Geralt. So there's like 12 or 18 total combinations you could get. Or some shit like that. 3 times 3, 9 total combinations. I don't fucking know.
3 times 3 is 9. You're right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Proud of you.
But if you get one very specific ending, it's fucking devastatingly sad.
Okay. Maybe one day.
I've gotten the good ending every time I've played through it because I cannot. I refuse to allow my boy Geralt to go out that way.